Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. HarlequinCoHO here, and we are on the map Rails and Metal today with a really cool looking 2 versus 2 that I pulled directly from GameReplays.org, and I know all of these players. I've bumped into all of them in various ways. So once again, this is the map Rails versus Metal. It is a distinguishing features. It has this nice long railroad track running right through the middle of it. You can see that glider crashed into the train there. And let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to go ahead and unpause this game, and we'll take a look at all the players. So in the lower left-hand side, we have VenomGT. I have seen this guy on the ladder many times and have seen his replays plenty of times. He is a Terror commander. He has been in the past, I haven't looked him up recently, but he has been ranked number 1 in 1v1 Terror and ranked number 1 in 2v2 Terror multiple times. His partner right now is Yoooo, who is also a Terror commander, and honestly I think I've actually played these exact two players on the ladder before. I played them with DFSD. He's got an unpronounceable name, but he's a high-ranked airborne commander, and we won, by the way. But I have played both of these guys before. They are a terrifying team. Haha, pun intended. Get it? Both Terror officers. Anyhow, so their intrepid opponents in the upper right-hand corner, we have NTDGR. Now this is NTD. If you don't know him, he is the head honcho over at GameReplays.org for the Company of Heroes Online section. I believe his official title is Chief Executive Demigod, something like that. And to his left is AFKNinja, and hopefully you've had time to watch all these replays and get familiar with AFKNinja. Note, by the way, this is AFKNinja actually spelled out correctly, which is his infantry commander. Usually AFKNinja has a little sneaky capital I in the middle of it, which is what he uses for his armor commander, so it's kind of hard to keep track of all those things. So all 4 of these players I've seen before. They are all super duper players, and we will see what's going on. By the way, do note though that AFKNinja is not max level, and NTDGR, he normally plays under NTD, so this is his armor commander. Both of these guys are kind of low level. So I'm going to go ahead and swap on down to VenomGT, and we'll take a look at what's going on out here. You'll note, by the way, a very fast cap position. Look, notice how they skipped all of this middle stuff and just opted to try and loosely connect things together by grabbing this front territory really quickly. You can see that we've got the Bargain Volksgrenadiers moving on out in the battlefield right now. Going to bump into, it looks like, AFKNinja's engineers. Notice his engineers, by the way, have the large health regen bonus. We'll take a look elsewhere, just kind of perusing around the map. We can see that the Pioneers from VenomGT moving around, he does have the 16% health, the rifles, and the Panzerfaust ability. Useful ability to have even if you're not pile spamming, by the way. And check it out. Notice that Yo got his field Pioneers all the way out here, dropping crippling traps. You can see that these guys, I think, hit a crippling trap just in time to get suppressed by Yo's Fatherland HMG team. And he's got these nice little barbed wire setups going on out here, including lots of crippling traps. So I really like the control over this area. Note he's not trying to wall everything off. He's just trying to force people to awkwardly take different directions to get in here. So, by the way, the Bargain Volksgrenadiers by VenomGT looks like they've been chased off by AFKNinja's Riflemen, backed by some engineers. Riflemen are sporting the 6% weapon upgrade, 6% armor, and 30% increased sight range. I love that sight range bonus. By the way, a lot of people often ask me why get sight range for Riflemen. Well, if you're playing an armor commander or something, and you're just going to get 4 riflemen early on, your riflemen are your eyes to the rest of the world. Pretty much everything you see that isn't buildings that you control and territory you control is because riflemen are seeing it, and therefore having 30% sight range on riflemen means you see 30% more of the battlefield sometimes. So pretty cool ability right there. So I would always recommend getting that if you're going to get at least 2 or 3 riflemen. So anyhow, a lot of skirmishing going on in the center here. This is a notoriously hard victory point to capture because it's so exposed. There's just no real cover anywhere around it. And there's cover in places that attack it, like all these walls and that building, and a lot of annoying positions back here. The Germans usually can set up everybody safely back here and open fire. And by the way, it's worth noting that NTDGR went Weapon Support Center first, and so he has pulled out with a heavy machine gun team and an early mortar team. I love seeing these early mortar teams. Wow! And by the way, we do have a sniper for Yo! He has gone HMG team and sniper. Fatherland HMG team now in the field for VenomGT, and Fatherland for Yo! So all of these guys right now, massive, massive machine gun power in the center. But man, these early mortars are deceptively useful. A lot of times, whoa, it looks like that whole machine gun team was taken out by the sniper. But if you can support them, oh, right on the skull of that sniper. Look at that shot right there. It's important to note that if you have vision over an area, and you suddenly see a sniper, the mortar team will just fire there. He'll just be like, oh, target, okay, boom. And if that sniper doesn't move, even if he cloaks, that mortar is going to land on his head. So very important to keep your snipers moving. So a little ill-fated flank here by AFKNinja. I think he kind of underestimated the power of these gentlemen. But he's getting out of there. Everybody's running away, but the HMG team is relatively unscathed. Looks like we have either a mine or a crippling trap or something here that surprised these flame engineers for AFKNinja, and the bargain Volksgrenadiers are just kind of charging around. So everything's looking pretty good here. I've seen multiplayer games, by the way, with people who open right away into destructive mortar team and then make a second and a third mortar team and just rely on their the guy next to them to get infantry. And having a bunch of mortars early game can be very, very effective. Wow, look at this little accomplished motorcycle. Gonna have to get on out of there. He's like, whoop, 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 and he just charged on out of there. I don't know what that sound is, but I'll refrain from making it in the future. I think I was trying to go for some sort of Three Stooges sound that I'm apparently incapable of reproducing. Ouch! Ouch! AFKNinja, get out of there with your gentleman! No, run! Okay, one guy makes it away. Jeep is here looking for snipers. Look how much action there is in this field right now. And the Jeep finding a sniper, but unfortunately that sniper is paired correctly with the fatherland HMG team, and with a damaged engine. Oh my god, this Jeep is never going to be able to get out of here alive. Damaged engine plus accomplished motorcycle completely wrecks that Jeep. However, another sniper gets taken out by that mortar team. That mortar team is just an anti-sniper crew. Unfortunately, they are a little overexposed right now. You can see that NTD has managed to get his own sniper. There's a little bit of counter-sniping action going on here. Unfortunately, he is exposed by that motorcycle. He's in danger of getting counter-sniped, and he does. Here's the other sniper up here. So snipers everywhere. Mortar team, you got to get out of there, buddy. You got to get behind this building here. He's a little too overexposed, and one guy goes down. He's actually breaking down his thing. Okay, there he goes, and he falls over dead. All right. So heavy machine guns in great cover here, or at least this guy is. And this allied Browning 30 cals will just never win point blank versus German machine guns. They need some sort of an advantage. It looks like the Gladiator riflemen are on the battlefield right now by AFKNinja. They are just kind of gunning down the rest of these. I assume those are bargain Volksgrenadiers. But let's take a look around the battlefield and see if we have anything new here. And by the way, I'm going to quick pause right now since we've got into the action and just take a look at all these abilities, because people love knowing what commanders are using. So really quickly, VenomGT has got Propaganda, Inspired Zeal, Firestorm Rockets, Forced Retreat, and the King Tiger ability. Now, the interesting thing about specking for terror is that you pretty much want to get Inspired Zeal because that's your early game oomph. You need to get Firestorm Rocket Barrage. It's just such a great ability just to have a punch to take out big clusters of things. And King Tiger is your late game advantage. So you really only have 2 slots to choose from. And if you want Terror Commander, you have to get rid of one of these 2. Propaganda is awesome, Forced Retreat is awesome, Terror Commander is awesome. So that's usually where the decision lies. And you can see here that VenomGT decided to go for Forced Retreat over a Terror Officer. Propaganda you should pretty much always get. So it's really Forced Retreat or Terror, in my humble opinion. There are probably many ways to play this. Yo, on the other hand, you can see he's not quite max level yet, but he does have Propaganda, Firestorm Rocket Barrage, King Tiger, and Terror Officer. I think those are all great choices as well, and especially since they're playing in arranged teams, they can afford to have one guy have a Terror Officer and the other guy have Forced Retreat, because you really don't need 2 people with Forced Retreat. Let's take a look around the battlefield now, and we will see AFKNinja. Again, I believe he's somewhere in his 30s or 40s with this infantry commander. He has forward barracks, camouflage, ranger reinforcements, artillery strike, and off-map reinforcements. A powerful ability if you know how to use it. These are all good choices. And we're going to take a look one more time here at NTDGR, who, again, he's just started this armor commander, but he is a great player. He's got just German Calliope and Pershing. Those are 2 awesome abilities. Pretty much, if you have to choose 2, I would say Calliope and Repair or Calliope and Pershing. Those are all good. So let's get this battle started once again and just kind of take a look around the battlefield and see what's going on here. So right now, it's important to note that the Allies do actually have control of the middle and control of the left, even though it's been kind of contested. The right-hand side has been grabbed by the Axis, but they're trying to cap it. Note, by the way, that Yo went ahead and wired off this whole area. He just didn't want anyone taking cover in here and just sealed it up on both sides. That's pretty interesting. It is definitely useful if you're planning on taking cover in this building the whole time with the machine gun team. Sniper is sniping away here, and I think he just counter-sniped. Yes, he did. You can see that there's a little bit of coordination going on here. AFKNinja is saying baiting. He intentionally brought his rifleman out into where he knew a sniper to be. The sniper shot one of the riflemen, and then NTD shot the other sniper. So very important to use communication like that. I really like seeing those guys do that. And now you can see this building right here is just notorious. It's got just a wonderful line of sight on the area. Really, both sides can use it to their advantage, but right now the Germans have strong control over it. However, a little bit of sniping going on here. You can see they're at 2 gentlemen now. And Yoooo's own sniper is moving up to try and counter-snipe NTD's sniper. So lots of sniper micro going on here, just from all players. Meanwhile, the riflemen are grabbing this, and you can see he's avoiding. Those guys might actually be out of his sight range, but for the most part, he's going to start trying to be really careful about his sniper. Probably he's going to put it on hold fire just to make sure he doesn't accidentally reveal himself. And we do have some observation post up here on the munitions. That's a strange choice. I mean, I know it's a medium munitions point, but I don't know why you'd want to get that early on. So, Fatherland HMG team, and now we have the Browning automatic rifle, and honestly, if he can sneak in and get within range and these guys are wounded, that's the kind of time where Browning 30 caliber machine gun. Browning, by the way, Mr. Browning made many machine guns. He was a person, of course, and he was a machine gun manufacturer during the turn of the century. So, heavy machine gun team over here actually capping the flag, and things are a little quieter for once. So, where are we at? Looks like AFKNinja's Gladiator Riflemen are busy chopping away at this sort of thing. And we do have a nice split here, and this is always important with Axis. I'm going to go ahead and swap on down to VenomGT once again. You can see his ally Yoooo has got the Krieg Barracks, whereas VenomGT has got the Sturm Armory. That is a very common split, and you can see, look at that, a mortar team coming out first from the Krieg Barracks, and likely we're going to see a Puma out of that for VenomGT. So, a lot of flamethrowers, and, ooh, Brute Stormtroopers already on the field here for Yoooo. Brute Stormtroopers are pretty cool dudes. These guys are level 5. They can throw all varieties of grenades. Just a plethora of grenade abilities. And NTD is mining up the place. Always a smart move. Whoa, look at that little shot right there. Heavy machine gun team. Unfortunately, these riflemen were in open cover. But there's a nice kind of, I don't know. It's one of these things where both players are doing advantageous things against each other, and as a result they're both taking pretty heavy casualties, so no one really won as a result of that. But we do have Inspired Zeal active, but I didn't really see what became of that. Inspired Zeal is currently active though. I guess it's mostly this one Fatherland HMG team that's benefiting from that. So that was in the recent patch, by the way. It didn't used to be. Maybe machine guns always benefited from it, but I thought that weapons crews, for whatever reason, were left out of that. So here we have a bunch of point blank. Wow! Oh no! So I was going to say the Browning automatic rifles in close combat like that are really good. And look at this surprised, confused gentleman here. Like, retreat! Wait, we're on the other side of the map. Retreat again! And so there they go, finally retreating. That was a great use of propaganda combined with flames, combined with hand grenades, and supporting fire from an accomplished motorcycle. Really, really good moves there. The flamethrowers just kind of sneaking around everywhere, being very annoying. And new players, do note this. Get a flamethrower on at least one of your early engineers. They become so much more deadly when that happens. Whoa! Combination of sniper and Puma fire. Here's that early Puma I was expecting from VenomGT. Not early, but, you know, properly timed Puma. This is an accomplished Puma hero. The accomplished prefix, by the way, if you're not familiar with that, it just pretty much gives a certain bonus to a whole bunch of different stats. It's not anything spectacular. It doesn't have, like, you know, anti-aircraft missiles or anything like that, but it's just better kind of all around. So, and, you know, I often say that I don't like getting hero Greyhounds, but I do like the hero Pumas because you don't really need to upgrade anything on them usually. So this Puma getting a little ambitious here. I'm not one to question VenomGT's motivations here, but he is suiciding it. It's really damage ended. There's no way it's getting out of here. These things do a lot of damage, but he can only possibly be calling in a Firestorm rocket barrage, and he is. And wow, totally takes out that Puma. But will AFKNinja respond in time? Yes, he does. It looks like for the most part everybody gets... Oh, except for Mr. late running back guy there got taken out. But a little bit of damage to his base. It looks like he did actually take out the front machine gun emplacement, but I don't think that was worth it. That was kind of one of those suicide moves. You know, you can see even great players are sometimes tempted by that. And here we have the terror officer right now, busy just crawling away. This guy is